Hi Cancer, welcome to How I Love Tarot. This is your January 2023 reading. I have already begun to pull your tarot and I will continue. Spirit, may I please have the present position for Cancer for January 2023, please. Anything else? May I please have the strength position for Cancer for January 2023. Cancer, these cards are sticking together, so I have to take a moment and figure out the energy. Spirit, may I have of which ones to keep. Spirit, may I have the strength position for Cancer, January 2023. May I have the strength for Cancer for January 2023. Spirit wants that upright. And we have several cards here that they want. May I please have the challenge for January 2023? Thank you. May I please have the what's good in the outcome? What can Cancer expect? What will motivate them? What will help them make the decisions that they need to make? What will provide them clarity? Bring it forward, Spirit. Bring it forward. The outcome for me for January 2023 for Cancer. Wow, there's a lot going on here. All right, I think we have enough cards. Otherwise, I'll be reading you the whole bleeding deck, Cancer. Okay, so for those of you that are still with me, sorry the shuffle took longer than expected. What we have here is in the present position. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I'm a psychic and a medium, and what the present position is meant to do is meant to verify that this is your reading. Now, if I talk about the present position and it doesn't make sense to you, please leave the reading. This reading is not for you. You can either put the reading in a playlist, come back to it at the end of the month and look at it then. If because many times the reading does need to play itself out, time needs to occur in order for these things to make sense. If you watch the reading too early, you may not resonate with it in the present position, but the present position is how you know whether this is your reading or not. So what I have here in the present position, what I have that's going on right now is we have the Five of Swords and we have the Queen of Pentacles kicking off the reading for the present position. Now, what we have here is we have conflict, we have disagreements, we have competition, defeat, winning at all costs, some sneakiness, some bullies, theft, abusive relationships. Okay, so that's kind of the overall energy about the conflict. It does feel like there is some type of disagreement that you're walking away from. And in that disagreement, there's conflict. It does feel like, whether that be a situation, person, place, or thing, it does feel like there's defeat in that situation. It does feel like there's a competitive nature to that situation. It does feel like somebody or something or a situation may feel like you're being sneaky. And I feel like that is there because they don't understand you, or they don't want to understand you. And the only way that they can rationalize you walking away from something is that you're being underhanded, right? It's rationalizing any kind of culpability on their part. Okay, so that is showing up quite strongly. So we have with that energy kind of this kind of bully energy. Now, I don't really feel like that's too strong. And I do feel like for some of you, this may have gotten a little bit ugly towards the end, or like as things were breaking down in that relationship. You know, and the relationship could be an employer, could be anything, right? Any type of relationship. So that's showing up. Also in your present position is the Queen of Pentacles. And what we have there is you. And we have in the Queen of Pentacles energy, we have you being very nurturing, practical, providing a lot of insight into how you want to move forward with finances, with work, and really overseeing strategically how you want to do that. There is a feeling of fire about this. There is a feeling of passion about this. It does feel like a sense of freedom with the Queen of Pentacles, you know, simultaneously as you're going through that Five of Swords energy. You know, it's kind of like two sides of a coin. You've got one side that is something that needed to end, but then you've got another side that is just the beginning of something major and something quite great. So showing up in your present energy also is the Six of Cups. And in the Six of Cups energy, what we have is you returning to familiarity, you returning to happy memories, you reminiscing about childhood memories, innocence, joy, nostalgia. So it does feel like the past returns in some way, shape or form. It does feel like for some of you there's a returning to home. There is a feeling of reuniting with folks or people, friends, situations that have been the roots to who you are. They're kind of like they know who you are, right? That pure you. So there's a beautiful energy about this nostalgia that's going on and making the right decision. That's really coming up in that energy right here in the Six of Cups. So if you can hear that in the background, some people have music in the background of their videos. I have barking dogs who for hours have not barked, but just because I'm taping a reading, they're participating. Okay, so here in the present position also, we have the World card, right? So, you know, even though there's that conflicting energy that kind of kicks off this reading, which could be something that kind of drags forward, the way Spirit makes me feel is it's dragging forward from 2022, and it's just residue that you're dealing with in 2023. I do feel like it's short-lived. I do feel like 2023 is going to kind of come in with full force because we have all this positive energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Six of Cups, and now we have the World card in the present position. So what we have here is completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, and arriving. So there is an absolute new beginning that's taking place here in the World card in the present energy. It does feel like every aspect of your life is changing. It does feel like a cycle is completing. And a chapter is ending, but as a chapter is ending, there is a wide open door of accomplishment that's coming your way. Now there is a feeling of attainment, fulfillment, And it does feel like there's going to be quite a lot of traveling. So for some of you, I see it by vehicle, right? You're going back and forth, doing something. And it's outside of the ordinary for many of you, right? So I'm not talking about back and forth to work, even though you may be having a project or something where you have more travel than usual, then that makes sense. But for some of you, it does feel like some major shifts and moves in travel, right? So moving for some of you. For others of you, it is planning world travel, right? So perhaps planning for the year where you're going to go, how you're going to fulfill some of those desires. Now, there is a sense of legality in the present position that's taking place in January 2023. So you're going to be dealing with legal paperwork. There is a need to make decisions, to be strong. And it does feel like you're going to really use a lot of logic in the upcoming month, right? So all of that you should be aware of. All of that makes up the present position. Moving on now, we have the strength position. And in the strength position, we've got the beautiful energy coming out of the Six of Wands. And so we have some type of public recognition, victory, progress, and self-confidence. It does feel like there is an energy that comes about you, Cancer, that's going to uplift you and rejuvenate you, and kind of like, and I feel like a lot of, for some of you, you've been dealing with some challenges in regards to health and emotional issues. And I do feel like in the month of January, even 2023, I feel like you striving forward in a way that you've been thinking about a lot, but it just hasn't manifested. So I see there being victory in the strength position for the things that you have been really putting a lot of energy into. So there is some healing going on, there's movement, there's balancing your energy. For many of you, I feel like there's going to be a force of energy in regards to health, mental wellness, bringing in the things that drive you. Okay, so there's a lot of self-confidence here coming forward, and there's a lot of progress, and kind of like a sigh of relief also is what I'm feeling here in the strength position. In the strength position, we also have the Nine of Pentacles. And in this energy, this to me is tying directly to the Five of Swords over here. So I feel here that you break free from something, and you've always been independent, but you're now truly independent. So the fruits of your labor come forward. You have reward, and there is a luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence that is yours, and it is a strength of yours in January. I do feel like you are using abundance, money, planning very, very strategically, and I do feel like this is going to serve you very well. It does feel like for some of you there is this feeling of relief. Did I say that already? I'm getting it again. So a feeling of relief in the strength position. Also in the strength position, what we have here is the Three of Pentacles. Somebody is returning. Somebody is returning. So what we have here is teamwork, collaboration, learning, implementation, building something. So it does feel like somebody is returning into your life. It could be the situation that started off, that kicked off this whole thing in, kind of residue from December, moving into January. So I do feel like if this is a relationship, I do feel a sense of collaboration, wanting to build something. I do feel like there could be a change of heart in the month of January. If there's been a breakup of some type, and this is specifically for obviously a love reading at this point, just for this particular card right here. If there's been a breakup, it does feel like there's expansion. There is somebody wants answers from you. Okay, somebody is wanting to know if they have a chance with you. Somebody feels like somebody's missing you here in the Three of Pentacles. Conversely, it feels like you're missing them. But let me just take a look at some of the energy here regarding that. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So we have self-discipline. So this is part of the issue, right? Whatever was causing conflict over here that you walked away from, part of the issue that is going on here in the Knight of Pentacles is that there was some boredom, feeling stuck, you know, kind of working on something without reward. And so it does feel like there's a conversation, there's communication, there's wanting to come together. Now that the dust has settled, and this is not for everybody, but this is for a few of you, it does feel like you're going to make a decision about this relationship. So where you thought you made the decision before, it looks like it's coming around again because circumstances have dramatically changed for you. And so therefore it's dramatically changed for your person or a person, place, situation or thing. And so you have multiple priorities, your time management, your adaptability, balancing decisions. You're not forgetting what you've just been through. And so there's a, you know, duality of togetherness, love. There is an energy of love here, but there's the practical sense of the conflict, right? Boredom's a big thing. Self-discipline, you know, I don't know. It just feels like the person, if this is a love relationship, it just wasn't coming together in the way that it needed to. But it is showing up in the strength position. So it definitely has, for some of you, the ability to have a fresh start again. In the challenge position, I feel like it's coming up here. Spirit, is it something different or is it the relationship? In the challenge, so showing up in the strength and it's showing up in the challenge. We have, and then I'll go in to see if there's anything else here in the challenge. We have the Queen of Wands. Actually, we have the King of Swords first. So we have head over heart, discipline, truthful, honest, mental clarity, authority. So you're holding your own here. And the challenge is that logically, you know that this situation doesn't work. You know it doesn't. And this is your person right here, Queen of Wands, right? We have courage, confident, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, joy. We've got two opposing energies, right? We got the King of Swords, which is you living your truth, but then we have the Queen of Wands, which is the energy that's being drawn to you, that's in this conflict here, that wants you to return. There's love here. And so, but you're coming at it logically. I just heard that Tina Turner song, What's Love Got to Do with It, right? So you've gone through something where you're making a head over heart decision, but the challenge is the person is not coming from their head, they're coming from their heart. And so again, we have a conflict, right? We have this kind of disconnect that's occurring. You'll figure it out, Cancer. I don't have, well, let me see, right? Because there's the outcome. We have a lot of cards in the outcome. Spirit, do you want to bring it forward here? What's going on in the outcome? Just from the energy here, before I get into a more in-depth outcome, we've got the 10 of Cups in the upright position. We've got the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse position. We've got the Hanged Man in the upright position. We've got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position. We got the Queen of Swords in the upright position, and we got the 3 of Wands in the upright position. So let's see if I can move this into the shot for you. So what we have in the outcome is stability, right? So finally there is stability. Finally, you're kind of, there was this energy where you're feeling left out of the cold, and it could be in a relationship, but it could be environmentally too. You just weren't fitting. And so, something wasn't working out. And so all of that shifts and changes. Now, this is the outcome, right? So this could be beyond January is what I feel. This could be like for the whole year. So what I feel here is a relationship coming together with family, friends, new people in your life, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. We have love, definitely. We have divinity, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams come true, family, contentment, total love and support. So people are happy to see you, Cancer. So if you're returning home, if you're moving back to home, it's, you're contemplating that, it's coming out as a winner here, absolute winner. For others of you, there's something about stability in a relationship that is coming up really, really strongly, but there's a lot of strength and love around you. People are happy to have you. Here in the Six of Coins reverse, Six of Pentacles, we have self-care, unpaid debts, one-side charity, strings attached, power and domination, right? So this has to do with investment. This has to do with needing to rest, right? Because you've been going and sorting things out. So there's a need for self-care, but once again, it does feel like for some of you, you're putting out a lot of money in an investment. So there's a need to build that back up again in 2023. So I see you working on that. It does feel like you're going to be working in a job. So for some of you that wanted to break free into a business, it does feel like you're going to be working a little bit longer. Okay. And so with that, you will, through doing this, you'll gain a lot of enrichment. Here in the Hanged Man for the outcome, we have pause, surrender, letting go, new perspective, enlightenment, viewing things differently than before, deep insight, sacrifice, change, release. This is all parts of your life, right? So you're surrendering, you're letting go, let go, let God, and you've got a new perspective. You're seeing things differently and you're viewing things differently than you did before. You're in deep thought, you're in deep contemplation. I'm really picking up a relationship here. I'm really picking up a reunion of some sort. So for some of you, what a relationship that you thought had ended is manifesting stronger than ever. It does feel like somebody wants you back, and you're thinking about it. Here in the Five of Coins reversed, we have recovery from financial loss or spiritual poverty, charity, improvement. So what we have is a lot of improvement in a situation where you were feeling very, very neglected. And this could be in your environment, right? It just wasn't enriching you. You weren't making friends, or, it just was antagonistic or hostile in some way. And you were being ignored. And so that completely turns around. And what we have is recovery from that. We have finances coming your way. And we also have this feeling of improvement and this feeling of spiritual quest. Here in following your spiritual quest, right? Here in the Queen of Swords in the outcome, we have unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. So you're cutting right through the BS. You are evaluating what needs to happen next, and you're going after it with mastery. I do see you starting something new here, and it's showing up here in the Three of Wands. I do see you starting something new. When I say something new, it could be something that you've always been talented in. It's just that you didn't have time or energy to attend to it. I do feel like it's coming forward quite strongly in 2023. So there's preparation, progress, foresight, enterprise expansion, overseas opportunities. So I do feel like where I said here in the outcome, some of you are going to be working longer than you thought, or simultaneously while you're working a business idea. As the year progresses, because Spirit makes me feel that we're beyond January here, I do feel like a lot of things are getting completed and you're moving forward in a direction that's going to be prosperous. Cancer, sorry for the long drawn out reading there. I hope it helped. Please hit like, subscribe, hit the bell button. If you would like a reading, please go to www.howlovetarot.com. You can book a reading there. I currently have spaces. If you're used to following me or reaching out for a reading, you know that I hardly ever do readings individually, and that's because I am a doctor and I'm extremely busy and I see patients, and they are my priority. So when I do open up spaces, you really do want to jump on it, because otherwise there's an extraordinarily long wait list. Anyway, Cancer, hope all of this helped. Please leave your comments, please hit like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and I will see you soon.